strengthen the capacity of the anti-graft agencies, you have a revolutionary law, the Administration of Criminal Justice Act. I remember when the EFCC was formed in 2003. Malam No Ribado, the foundation chair, visited me in Lagos, and I told him, you ain't going to succeed in concluding any case before 2007. And he said, how can we do it? Unless you insert a clause to stop stay of proceedings, you ain't going nowhere. And that was how we sat down to propose an amendment, which was passed before the legislators realized the implication. And that is why the EFCC can tell you, unlike the ICPC, that, oh, in a given year, we've concluded 200 or 300 cases. No other agency in Nigeria can boast of such a figure. Of course, many lawyers said it was unconstitutional. And I said, there is no stay of proceedings in the Constitution. You only have a right of appeal. When the system became virtually paralyzed, when cases were being kept in the docket for 15, 20 years, it has now dawned on us to abolish stay of proceedings. It has been done. The Supreme Court has endorsed Section 306 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act in the case of Elisa Metu and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So the point I'm trying to make, therefore, is that the anti-graft agencies have enormous powers to fight corruption if they are supported by the government and if they are funded by the state.
The designation of special courts for economic and financial crimes is an argument that keeps coming up again and again. You've also proposed that view, but do you think that it would really help, considering the fact that we're pulling out judges from this same system where we say that they're overworked?
I've always advocated for special courts for, to deal with economic and financial crimes, including corruption, and by the way, including corruption, money laundering, electoral offenses, drug offenses, drug-related offenses, generally economic and financial crimes. Having regard to the fact that our courts are congested, you need a special tribunal or special courts to deal with this terrible, terrible offenses which have combined to frustrate the development of our country. It's a special situation. Of course, our courts are busy, yet we pull out judges from all over the country to sit on election petitions during election, in every election year.
Finally, your name has repeatedly come up as a beneficiary of a property seized from suspected pension thieves and handed over to the EFCC. Abdul Rashid Maina and even the AGF linked you to the property.
What they claimed was that a Lagos lawyer had bought a house recovered by the Pension Reform Task Force, handed over to the EFCC. Because a similar ridiculous allegation was made last year July. That was why I challenged the Attorney General to prove the allegation. And I did say he was talking to me, was referring to me. Because last year, July, following a view I expressed in respect of Section 171 of the Constitution regarding the appointment of the heads of parastatals or agencies of the government to the effect that the Senate does not have to confirm such appointment. A scandal broke out. At that time, I was alleged to have bought from the EFCC one of the properties recovered by former Governor DSP Alamesia of Bayelsa State. Again, the property was said to be worth over a billion naira. Was said to be worth $1 billion. So when I now learned of the property, a property of $1 billion naira, recovered by MENA, not by EFCC this time, and handed over to me, but by MENA, given to the EFCC and sold to me. Of course, I knew. The guy was trying to point accusing fingers at me, and that was why I challenged him. And up to now, the Honorable Attorney General of the country and Minister of Justice, who made such a reckless allegation, has not attempted to take up my challenge of proving the allegation.
So, what you're
so to the best of my...
You don't own any such property?
No, it's not possible. I could not have been so careless and irresponsible to be buying stolen goods in this country. I'm saying, just like the other stupid allegation fizzled out last year, this one will evaporate. For me, like water poured on the back of a dog, it will soon disappear. But this time around, I'm pursuing it. The fellow in Ekiti, Governor Yofayoshe, who was parroting the reckless allegation, is being taken up. Even though he currently enjoys immunity, there are media houses that published his own preposterous allegation. I'm taking them on. One has already tendered an apology yesterday. I'm filing an action against a couple of newspapers because I'm interested in the proof. Because I don't believe the Attorney General of a country can simply level allegations against any citizen. I haven't sworn, I haven't taken an oath to do what is right to all manners of people without ill will or favor.